Hello guys and girls, Voices from the Dark here. Welcome back to the Champion of Cyrodiil challenge with Marina frickin' Mistfire, where darkness is descending upon the town of Anvil. But before everybody goes to bed, I would like to stop by the Battlemage guild because the alchemist in here might have something I desire. I'll explain what that is in just a second, but looks like he's gone. Gonna pick up a couple of venison though, because I believe we have a couple of ingredients that could be grinded down into something quite powerful. Let's examine the new potions that we can make now with our expert retort, which the alchemist here sold us. So this would be the new one then. We went from 9 points for 30 seconds to 9 points for 34 seconds. That's 36 more points of healing. That's very, very good. Alright, I'm liking that. What are we going to be doing in today's episode? Well, we are going to be going to Fort Sutch, as I said. There's also a shrine up there. The shrine to Malacath. We're going to try to not use the last bone meal there. And Malacath's quest is right nearby, so we might as well finish that up while we're in the area. Now, Malacath actually requires some troll fat, I do believe, and we don't have that on us at the moment. But I know that we can get it from an alchemist. So, there's only one alchemist in town, I believe, and that would be the Dark Elf, who resides here on the Mages Guild. So I'd really like to have a little chat with him if he would be bothered to show his face, but I think it's actually getting pretty late, so not seeing him around, I think that's quite reasonable. It's like 8. I can't expect him to stand around after 8. So we're gonna wait until a new day comes before we set off into the darkness to find Fort Sutch. However, there is another task that we will have to deal with on the way there. Hey.
I hope I can help.
I hope you can help too.
I have potions and everything you need to make your own. What will it be?
Troll fat.
You bought that for a song.
I'm quite happy with it indeed. Grand Soul Gem. Grand Soul Gem with the Grand Soul? Empty Grand Soul Gems? I mean, I don't need... I mean, I can't just pass it by, you know? I know I bought that for full price. I didn't really haggle that much. Didn't use Thorny's bargain. I think we'll be okay. There's Countess Milana Umbranox. Oh, wonderful lady. Lost her husband many years ago, though. Poor thing. It's very tragic. Now, we want to head up and do the Bad Medicine quest near Fort Sutch, but we also want to stop by Malacath's shrine on the way. Now, we need to take a little look at our stats pane. And it says on saying 69%, but this is 70% of the way, so we're 3 levels away. But look at this menu. Look at Mercantile, okay? Look at Speechcraft, look at Security, look at Light Armor, look at Blade. We have 5 out of 7 skills almost about to push us over the edge. We can barely swipe Ethereas without leveling up Blade. And then if we just pick a couple of locks, we'll level up this. And then what if we suddenly sell an item in a shop? Boom! We've leveled up. We're not ready for a level up. What are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna have to get a little crafty with it, I do believe. Because I do want to go up there and do that mission and be sneaky and have fun. But at the same time, we need to be a little mindful, because right now we're training strength and agility, and both of those skills are very important for us. I mean, carrying capacity is more of a... It's sort of a luxury issue, if you get me. It's not something that's really that necessary, but I mean, there's a little bit of extra damage, so I want to get a +5 to strength, a +5 to agility. Now, we also have one more stat that we could get a +5 to, and that is personality, because we maxed out all other stats except for luck. The thing about personality, though, is that it would be nice to have a higher personality, because it comes with a lot of benefits when it comes to talking to people. We won't have to use as many spells on them. But it's very hard to train, because I knew that personality, that's an attribute I'm not going to use a lot, so I'm going to make the game a little harder for myself, or easier at the time, by selecting 2 skills, Mercantile and Speechcraft, which are both governed by personality, as major skills. So we can't really practice those to level up. But then what's the 3rd personality skill that we could potentially use to level up? That's Illusion. But our Illusion is like 86. So I don't know if I want to... But I can only pop that for so long before we're maxed out on illusion and we won't be able to get more. So I think we'll be fine if we... I think I'm going to go for Ethereus here. I think we're going to be fine if we don't get +5s to our personality. Because I believe with the rate we're going, we're going to reach max level around the late 40s. Like level 49 or 48 is going to be the final level. So that's really where we need to get. So if we max out our strength and agility, we'll be left with personality and luck. So we'll just be pumping stats in there. So as long as we can max out personality before we hit max level, which is quite a while away, we should be fine. So I'm not going to stress too much about personality at this moment, but I still really want to focus on strength and agility because those are important to me. Now we did buy a weapon in the last one, and I haven't confirmed it yet, but I have a sneaking suspicion I didn't really think this one through, because it says restore health on strike. So in my mind, I was like, alright, that's cool. I strike something with it, I get health back. That's amazing. After some further consideration, I think this means that if I strike something, they get health back. So you might be like, well, Dark, how is that useful? And you'd be right. But look, it does damage fatigue 50 points. So if we do a couple of swings of this one, I think we will drain a target's fatigue and they should fall to the ground. And we could have some fun that way, or we could use it to heal an opponent that we want to train on. I don't know, we'll find some sort of use for it. Now over there was Lord Drad's estate. He's a nobleman who actually has slaves in the form of ogres. Now, Malacath is not very pleased about this, so I think we're gonna stop by here. Look at this, beautiful shrine, beautiful people.
Who's talking to you? I'm not.
Who don't treat you so well unless you're an orc. Oh well, we got the offering we need, so I think I'm just gonna skip by them. They're just gonna be rude either way unless you're an orc.
You brought a present? Good. That's smart. You want something? And if you're smart, you do what I tell you. Lord Drad took my ogres. Says he owns them. Lying maggot! They're my ogres!
Jeez.
Lord Drad put my little brothers in chains, working in the mines. I don't like that. Get over to Lord Drad's estate. Let my ogres loose and get them out. Okay. Get going.
When I left the offering, Malacath was summoned and spoke to me. He tasked me with traveling to the estate of Lord Drad and freeing his ogre slaves. Yeah, I'm down for that. It's relatively nearby. We get Volendrung out of the deal. And over there we have Fort Sutch. Now, we have a quest here, we have a quest here, but we also need to be super careful. Security is going to come naturally. I can hold off on Mercantile, I can hold off on Light Armor, I can hold off on Blades, but I don't think I have to. So I think right now, we're gonna let Security and Blade level up and just be very mindful of the other stats. And let's just keep it like that. We just need to be careful so we don't push ourselves over the edge. You don't want to level up in an RPG, okay? That's dangerous business, boy. So we're just gonna have to think of a way to train those stats when we find the time. But for now, let's go on down to Lord Drad's estate. Talk to the man and see if we can't figure out why he has these ogres here. I mean, they're probably great labor, but he has them working in the mine over there. So let's see if we can't speak to him and convince him. Hello.
By the nine divines, can't a woman get a moment to herself? Leave me!
No, I want to talk to your husband. Hello.
I welcome you to my humble home, stranger. What brings you to this place?
Look, much nicer. your slaves.
Can you think of a better use for the mindless beasts? Under my eye, they do some good in this world.
Okay, I think I just need to, you know, slide into the DMs right here. I admire your efforts.
I am quite pleased with the ogre slaves in my Bleak mine. No issues of slavery with brute beasts. Profitable and legal.
Just immoral, but thanks for telling me where they are.
The source of my income, of course. I bought it for a song from a foolish orc. My ogres mine the gold, and I reap the reward.
Ah.
Good day.
Well then, looks like your lady don't really want me here, and I get that. Probably just jealous. Thinks competition, I mean when a beautiful, beautiful Breton girl walks in the door, which woman wouldn't feel threatened? Now, let's head over to the Bleak mine. I can't remember who guards them, who guards the ogres. I'm not quite sure if it's humans or somebody else. We're also going to be doing some more auto attempts to get some more security scale. I said I didn't really want to do it, and I don't really want to do it, but... oh boy.
Hello? Who's there? Greetings, my Dunmer Must have been the wind. Good afternoon.
Okay, they're going to have a little chat over there. I see a perfect opportunity to get a 2-in-1 kill here. Okay.
So long. Good day. You there.
Alright.
Where you are.
1, 2, 1, 2. Boom! Perfect. We'll leave the glass battle axe. Ogre cage key. Ebony. I'm gonna start getting even more picky with what I pick up, and I'm gonna start ignoring stuff like the Orcish Cuirass. But I'm gonna grab stuff like the Orcish Gauntlets, because I feel like those are worth it. Yeah, gauntlets it is. So we're still gonna pick up stuff, but we don't need to be as hoardy with it. There's a lot of people wanting to find me in here. Oh, Ebony boys! Alright, Ebony boys. Oh boy. They are not too pleased with me right now, but luckily we have our protective gear on. But even with that protective gear, we are far from invincible. Okay, so we're gonna need to start to get some poisons on the bar here, and I also think we're going to... well, we need to get these health potions out of here eventually. Oh boy. Oh, yeah. If they have their shields up, they make it really difficult to damage them. Oh, there's another one. Oh boy. Look at my health though. This is amazing. Look at it. Fight me. Fight Marina Mistfire. Okay, well. Okay, this is a slight problem. I fought. Okay. Perfect. But don't let that go too far. It's an ebony longsword. Don't know if I feel like that's worth it. Oh boy. These Bleak mine guards have some great gear, man. There we go. Ebony battle axe. I'm gonna leave it be, I think. We're just gonna pick up... yeah, I'm gonna be much more picky about what I get. But then again, there's so much good stuff here. No, okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna pick it up. We're gonna store it somewhere. You thought I had learned, huh? Huh? You thought I was learning? Getting rid of bad habits? Then you don't know me. Shiny ogre caged key. What's the difference between a tarnished one and a shiny one, I wonder? I'll grab them all. And now, we'll be over encumbered. I think we're gonna do a little bit of pack mule right here. Wonderful. And we're gonna do a little light and loads. Get that glass longsword. Oh boy. And look at this. Here's what we're gonna do. Once we pick up all the loot, I'm gonna start stashing it in places. So outside of a cave, before I go in, I should just stash stuff away. Like if I just now deposit all of the gear on somebody, he can be a holder. Of course, things will eventually despawn. I can't leave them here for too long, but for a little period of time, that should be fine. So now this Bleak Mine guard right here is holding all of my treasure, and I can go in and get some more treasures. So here's the guard captain. Here's another guard. Grab that battle axe. Here's some more ebony gear. Wonderful. Glass battle axe. Stash it all inside of you. I mean, this is gonna be a problem at some point. I know technically I don't need the loot, but I'm compelled to pick it up. I don't want to ignore it. Woo, shiny. Because it's money. Money is good, right? Okay, I have a problem, but I don't know what to do about it. I'm sorry. If you have suggestions, let me know, because I need to find a way to deal with it, because if we can't go through a humanoid-filled dungeon without me getting like 2,000 carrying capacity, so something needs to change. Lots of gold still left in these nuggets despite them working the ogres. That was a security skill. Now we're a little closer to a level up. Yeah, so we just need to avoid light armor, which is gonna be fine, mercantile and speechcraft. And just keep an eye on blade, I think. We should be fine. You know what I want? It's been a while since we've seen a torch. Ooh, I should pick up the gear and repair it. Oh, yes, that would be a great use. See, there was a good thing for picking up the gear. There was a point to that. There's a point to all of that. Okay, now where are these ogres held? I need to free them. Because Daedric Lord told me to. And I intend to obey. Because we need to help out if we do every single Daedric Shrine quest, we get access to the ultimate shrine. The Shrine of Hermaeus Mora, who grants us a book, which has some insanely powerful effects. Especially for somebody who's going to maximize their characters. Now this is nice. Ebony War Axe, Mace of Siphoning, Absorb Fatigue, Grand Soul Gem, defiled, but 400 gold in cash is pretty sick. I'm gonna just use this Grand Soul Gem, just so it doesn't confuse me at any stage. I'll use it on Vermina's Vision, I think. Also have a Greater Soul Gem, which is yet to be filled. Alright, just wanted to have a little check here. Hey, buddy. There we go. I freed one group of ogres. So I wonder if a tarnished key would break after you use it, or I don't even know if there's any difference between the keys, but there we go. Those boys are gonna be walking out of here. Nothing special in here. Very good, very good. I was afraid I'd have to walk around some ogre poo looking for that treasure, but there was nothing in there, which is good. So let's try again. I always get a little lost in these caves. Hear some breathing. There we go. There we go. I freed all the ogres. Now this ought to be fun. You can actually free the ogres and they will fight the guards with you, but in my case, I got rushed by all the guards pretty quickly. I didn't even have time to want for help, so oh well, that's one way to do it. It is a fun quest though. It can lead to all-out warfare if you do it right. But I just invited them all to come to me. There we go. There's the exit. I think you can put down the torch now. Lord Drad's estate. And we got the ogres wandering about. Here's the dude. Okay, how heavy is it? 1,281. Interesting. Nice. Now that could have also pushed us over, but I was fairly sure we weren't all that close. Now with so much good gear, it would be a shame if something were to happen to it. No, Dark, you're better than this. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna equip all the carrying gear that we have. like that. And then once we have that, we're also going to pop up on our waitlist. And waitlist 2. Waitlist 3. Okay. Then we just need to stash them somewhere for when we return. Now containers are very easy. It's very easy to collect items from a container, but at the same time it's not very safe. That's my main issue with containers. So I think what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go over to... I think... Should I just drop them inside the house? Would they stay if I drop them inside somewhere? I'm gonna drop them outside. Right over here in the corner. We'll leave some treasures here so we can come back in the future and grab them. It feels wrong just passing by such great loot. I mean, just look at all of this. Just gotta be careful when we drop stuff like glass, because it tends to blend into the grass. Then you're kind of screwed. No, oh boy, I just dropped Cruelty's Heart. Oh, that's gonna be a nightmare to dig out from the pile. Not my linen shoes! Anything but the linen shoes. There we go. We can grab those when we're going back to town. Get a nice bit of profit. I am curious about how much gold we can manage to amass in this game. Nice. And a nice circle around me. Cruelty's Hearts. Wonderful. Now we don't need all of that carrying capacity anymore. That was a little much, don't you think? So we're gonna go back to the good old rings. There we go. Full physical damage protection. Lots of gear waiting for us. We fixed it up. And looks like the ogres have set the dreads to work.
Please, I've got to get to work. If I don't, who knows what those ogres will do to me?
Justice. Okay. Keep up the good work. It's just... I like the outcome of this quest. It's very satisfying. Okay. Well, we're gonna get rid of that little marker right now. And we're gonna head back up to Malacath and tell him that the job has been completed. Now, I would like my Traveler's Grace spell right here, just so I can traverse a little quicker. So, the little Malacath quest wasn't a part of the original plans. We were really gonna go to Fort Sutch, but I mean, it was right there. It was a fun quest, so we just ended up doing it. That's how it goes. All right. Oof. Here we are.
Good job. No one owns ogres but me! And I fixed that maggot. The ogre's own drag. Make drag eat death. Now you get a present. Keep up the good work. And be nice to my little brothers.
That I can't promise you, but quest complete! And he granted us the artifact, Volendrung. Boom! Look at that baby! Paralyzed for 3 seconds on strike and drain health. Not going to be particularly useful for us, but you know, I can appreciate the thoughts, where it's coming from, you know. Oh boy. Okay, so over here we have absolutely nothing. There, the fort is there. Just okay, I'm okay. Oblivion, I'm gonna be nice to you now. I'm just gonna walk a little backwards. By the time I turn around, I expect you to cooperate. There we go. Look at that. The fort was there the whole time. Seamless transitions. Fort Sutch, everybody. Now the cool thing about this place is that if you look in early E3 gameplay demos with Todd Howard, you can actually see that in this area there's actually a proper city called Sutch. I can show some footage of that right now. So I just found that really, really interesting that they apparently had bigger plans for Sutch, but it's been reduced to a fort, maybe because of constraints, time, budget, who knows. But here we are. There's going to be a non-journal quest here later where we have to help some Imperial Guards close an Oblivion portal, but that won't really activate yet. First we would have to do the Dagon Shrine quest, which is next up on the main quest. But for now, let's get a couple of sneaky spells in here. To get the bonus, we cannot kill anybody while we're here. That's going to be important. We cannot be seen, and we need to swap out his medicine with some poison. Now, should be able to do this. I've successfully entered Fort Sutch. This quest can be a little tricky though if you're not that great at sneaking, because if you just run around the corner, boom, you'll be busted by this genius over here. Luckily, there is a separate path that we can take. So I'm just gonna keep you doing a few auto attempts here and there to get some more experience. Just make sure not to push that too far. Maybe I'd actually want to stop doing that. Oh boy. Just have to be a little mindful of it. We've been using up some more lockpicks now, which is very good. Because what we should do is that we should pop the Blessing of the Great Fox like this and then open it. There we go. But of course, then we're no longer stealth. Then we'd have to reapply that. So let's see.
I just don't know. Is the medicine sustaining Roderick's life, or just postponing his death? How can he survive for so long with a fever so high?
Roderick's fever's in check, unlike your tongue. How can you think such things after all he's done for us? For you. Have a little faith.
He's up there.
Faith? Are you telling me we're supposed to rely on the good graces of...
Okay, let's grab that. Reapply.
What more can we do?
Might as well do it now while they're over there bickering. See if we can find the medicine cabinet and swap out what we want to swap out. Apparently a little on edge with their leader being incapacitated. There we go. So over there's Roderick himself. And over here is his medicine cabinet. His medicine. Let's swap that out with the poison. Just gonna put a couple of ogre keys in here as well. Just so they're like, wait, what? Why are there ogre keys here? The bottle of poison medicine, and nobody has been caught. I mean, nobody has caught me. Perfect. Illusion skill increase. That does actually make me wonder, because we will need to train a little now. We really do, because if we take a look at the skill diary right here, we need 6 levels of strength, 7 levels of agility, and we don't need to focus too much on personality, really. So agility, how are we going to get that? Well, it's either marksman or sneak, because we cannot use security to train it, obviously. So I think what I want to do is that I actually want to try to do a little bit of sneaking near Roderick. I don't know if anybody else is actually going to be up near this platform. So I wonder if it's going to be safe to sneak near him, because it's not like he's going to notice. So I wonder if one could actually just sneak like this to train. Problem is, we're pretty high on sneak, so in order to get, if we needed 7 levels, we have to get to 77. That would push us over to be an expert though, which is very cool, because I believe when you're an expert, I believe walking or running while sneaking does not make a difference. I'm fairly sure. And then is master like an increased chance of dealing critical damage? No, I can't quite remember what a master is, but that's pretty good. I think we're going to be training a little bit of sneak here, but we might as well toss out a spell while we're here. So we could toss out a little bit of illusion to train that personality stat a little bit. I do think that I have a training spell for illusion right here. So we could do something like this. Nobody will know. Nobody will know. Now I'm unsure if they're going to be showing up behind me, but I'll figure that out soon enough. Well, I'm going to be doing a little bit of training, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, here we can see the fruit of my hard labor. We have 10 agility and 10 personality. I decided to actually go ahead, spam some illusion while we were at it, so I trained that up to 96 in order to get that plus 10. Then I swapped over, did a little bit of restoration, which is almost leveled now, and I've just been running near Roderick because, well, I had to go a little back and forth because it turns out you only get sneak experience when you're very close to them. So I did a little back and forth down the hallway over there with the orc, but... He's coming! Too much progress, cannot lose. Do I have a potion of invisibility? I think it's not how I want to use it. Boink! Well... Looks like the chameleon poisons really paid off, huh? Well, guys, it's been real great. I'm just gonna sit down here. Thank you. 100% chameleon's pretty fun. Well, I'll be off now. I can't see my character, but I'll just pretend. Excuse me. Well, there we go then. Is there anything more to get around this castle before we head out, I wonder? I don't think so. I know you can go downstairs. There's a wooden door here. Chameleon, while being able to... Like, 100% chameleon is actually really nice. Should pick up some more bloodgrass next time we enter an Oblivion realm, because this is very useful. Because one can go through here. Here we got something. Got a little bit of gold. Now, we're still pretty close to a level up. And the dangerous speechcraft and mercantile, well, we can hold off on those pretty well. We got to get a couple of levels of strength though, so we're going to incorporate that into our next task. But what is our next task, you might ask? Well, we are near the city of Anvil, near the coast. Where do Nirnroot grow? By the shore. So we're going to head over to the northern part of the shore. And then we are simply going to go down. We're going to travel along the shore on the western bank, and we're going to pick some Nirnroot along the way, and also pick up Fingleam, the legendary glass helmet that has, I believe, water breathing and night eye, and maybe some detect life too. It has some different effects on it. You can actually get it at the start of the game, so from level 1 you can go off the coast of Anvil, dive into the water, and get yourself a glass helmet. Why didn't we do that when we started off? Because by now you should know how I feel about Night Eye. Plus, we don't really use armor that much. We just used it a little bit in the start. But we've been pretty fine just wearing cloth items in general. We've been managing. I'm going east now. I am going east. We don't want to go east. So we're going to head over to the shore here, I think. Right near the southern border of Hammerfell. And then we're just gonna go from there. Now, I would really like to dive into another Oblivion portal in not too long, because I want more pieces of the gear. I've been doing a little bit of research when it comes to it, because I was a little unsure how it worked. Because as a Breton, we have 50% resist magic. So I was wondering, okay, that is not the attack spell, but that's apparently what's on the bar now. Let's say I wanted to get 100% fire resistance. Would I just need 50% fire shield? Or would I need 100%? Because would that stack with resist magic? And from what I've gathered, resist magic doesn't really help in that respect. We just take reduced damage from the spells, but we would still need 100% fire shields besides that to be immune to fire. And it turns out that lava does not count as fire. So the Ring of Firewalking wasn't actually helping in the lava. Fire is just, lava is just counted as water that does damage to you. And there's no real spell for that. I believe in the construction set you can find an effect called resist water damage, but I just found that a little odd. I just found that quite odd. Ooh, a little pirate ship on the shore. Well, at least we made sure that we are at the very northwestern part of Cyrodiil right now. Well, the western part at the very least. It doesn't go further than this. Now, why are we by the shore? We need to train a little bit of strength, you see. And there's a good way that we can train strength. And that's by using our powerful fists. But what's good is that I made a spell just for this occasion, Undying Touch, which will keep this mud crab alive for 1.5 minutes. Just like that. And the punching can begin. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to try to find a good place to do it. Maybe down by the water shore here. Well, this is gonna take quite some time, but I'll see you once the training is done. There we go. 10 strength, 10 agility, 10 personality, which made us go up to 56 hand-to-hand. How wonderful. Now, Mr. Mud Crab, I expect you to die. Yeah! Doink. Ah! Doink. I actually need to test out the Truncheon of Submission. Actually, I want to test that out on a humanoid. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna be a little mean with this guy. Gonna take a damage health. And we're gonna equip a couple of arrows. And we're gonna say goodnight, Crabby. You just cost me a poison, you bastard! Bye-bye, Crabby. Have a good life. Teehee. Thanks for the training, though. Really appreciate it. Whew. Well then, guys and girls, with that training out of the way, there's a ship there I want to explore. Oh, is there another one of you? Are you sure you want to do this, mister? I wouldn't do that if I were you. We have plenty of poisons. I don't mind using it on some mud crabs. It's all in good fun. What is this? I don't actually remember this. I haven't really been going along the coast of Anvil all that much. Never really seen a reason to, but Nern routes seem to be a pretty good reason why. Oh, is this not like a proper ship that I can explore? Hold on, I gotta make sure. I don't know if I think if I could go in here, it would show up on the map. Yeah, that's a bit of a disappointment, really, but it's something at the very least. So is this mud crab here. Okay, bugger off. Now, I'm just gonna pull up a little Nern route map so we can make sure that we get all of them along the way.
Well, guys and girls, I've actually taken a look at the episode timer, and it looks like we're out of time. Why am I wearing a new shirt? Well, it's a new day before I realized that we really gotta do our great Nern route hunt in the next episode. So, have a still good day. Take care and stay awesome. But most importantly, everybody, stay dark. Goodbye.